Okay, so since last week I actually did another movie versus movie, somebody actually asked if I would do Ryan Reynolds versus Ryan Reynolds. Of course, still looking at Deadpool versus Green Lantern. Now, I'm not going to do X-Men Origins Wolverine because even though it actually made a decent amount of money, I'm not going to use that as a Ryan Reynolds based movie. So instead, we're going to look at comparing these two films. Nice thing being, of course, these two films actually are both done. So I do these differently. So of course I've got male lead, which is going to be where it's the same person. And then I've also got the special effects, how well were the effects done in the film. Female lead, villains, supporting cast, story. You can pretty much read it from this right there. So we'll get into this. Male lead. Ironically, both had the exact same character. The exact same actor. But which one did he do a better job at? Ironically, I am a Ryan Reynolds fan. I do think that he did a pretty good job as Green Lantern, just that the movie itself was... This was DC trying to do Marvel's Iron Man. They took a character, they took a lot of plot points and a lot of beats that they saw in Iron Man, and they tried to translate that into a Green Lantern film. Didn't quite work. They also made Hal Jordan a bit too comedic, which he's really not in the comics. He's a lot more straight-laced. He's a hothead, yeah, but he's not a guy who's throwing out one-liners all the time. So they put a guy who's primarily known for romantic comedies and then put him in a role and then kind of gave him more of a romantic comedy edge to him. Deadpool is one-liners. Ryan Reynolds, if you ever read an interview of Ryan Reynolds, he's pretty much Deadpool 24/7. So comparing these two, it's pretty simple. It's Deadpool. Special effects. This one I sat back and I was like, well, you've got Deadpool, who's a walking special effect. A lot of the movie. Well, the Green Lantern suit is also a special effect. Yes, in the original trailer it looked rough, but the potential was there. A lot of this too ends up being that whenever DC releases a movie, I think it just gets vilified. I don't think DC fandom is actually really happy more often than not. So they criticize every single aspect of it because they hire a person that nobody really wants to see in the role and everyone gets less than excited by it. So I'm looking at both the main characters are in CGI when it comes to a lot of their primary movements. You also had a really solid version of Colossus versus pretty much every single Green Lantern and Oa. And I'll be honest, if you watch that film now, Oa looks beautiful. That is an amazing looking location. And the majority of the lanterns actually look really good. Female lead. Blake Lively, she's a decent actress. She's got nothing going on in this film. So, sorry. Even though they're pretty much still just a romantic foil for the Ryan Reynolds character, no. Morena just does such a better job. Villains. This is where it gets kind of weird, because even though the villain for because even though the villain for Deadpool is kind of bland, it's still better than what they did with Hector Hammond and made him like he had encephalitis and that weird something you would flush version of Parallax. I think had they just gone with one of them, they could have made the film work a lot better. But that weird version of Parallax is about as bad as the Galactus that Fox did. So, no, there's just really nothing great going on there. Supporting cast. Now hear me out and giving the point to Green Lantern. Michael Clark Duncan is Kilowog. Great job. Mark Strong is Sinestro. Great job. They even got, was it Bill Nighy to do the voice for Tomare, play the Guardians. I mean, there's actually a decent amount of additional characters who do a really solid job. As an ensemble, I think that there's more continuity. There's just more to the ensemble cast that you see in the Green Lantern movie. Yes, you could say, well, you've got a really great comedic foil, and Colossus was done well. But this film is Deadpool. It's Deadpool, and the girl makes you go, man, is that Nichelle Nichols? Man, are you sure that could totally be Aurora? It's not? Are you sure? I don't know. But this film is Deadpool. He is the primary focus. He is the strongest character. Where in the Green Lantern film, there's actually, you get better character moments with the supporting characters than you really do with the primary characters. Story. Deadpool origin story made sense. It's a revenge story. It's cut. It's dry. It's easy to understand. Nothing wrong with it. The Green Lantern origin story by itself is difficult, and then you throw in a lot more cosmic-based pieces to it, and it does not work. You know, they tried to take two different stories and cram them into one. Just did not work. The flow isn't quite there. The moments are kind of jarring when they go from one to the other. The transition from hero to I'm not cut out to be a hero to I need to be a hero, it's just boom, boom, boom. Where with Deadpool, it's like, so I got cancer, right? Man. There's the develop of here's who he is, here's what's going on, here's his resolution behind it. Money. Green Lantern, I'm looking at domestic. This is only the United States. Domestic made $116 million in its entire run. Deadpool made $132 million opening weekend. $362 for its entire run. So over 3 times as much. When your opening weekend does better than some films do their entire run, that's sad. It's really sad. Music. Sorry. Deadpool soundtrack, it's pretty much like, remember all these songs from the 90s and the early 2000s? Deadpool does. And he listens to them while he's doing stuff. I mean, that's it. This got... Remember you watched Clerks, and Clerks beat all is really nice? Where you're like, it takes you back to a very specific moment. Deadpool does that with his songs. When it comes to Green Lantern, normally I'm much more of a fan of the orchestral, more ethereal style. But the music is like, well, it's okay. And it's like, man, Deadpool's just full of non-stop jams. Close to comic. I mentioned in the story aspect, to make the Green Lantern movie, they kind of took a combination of Secret Origin, written by Jeff Johns, and Emerald Dawn. Had they taken either one of those two, that could have worked really well. Instead, they tried to combine the two, which didn't work as well. It introduced Parallax. Parallax initially took the place of Legion, who was from Emerald Dawn. The Abensir is escaping, and something is actually defeating him in the process, leading to his ship crash landing, is a beat taken from Secret Origin. Of course, now he used Atrocitus, which would have been awesome, because Secret Origins would have actually brought in Atrocitus, Black Hand. And Hector Hammond would have had a bit part, but he was there like, I don't know what to do with psychic parts, psychic energy. Sinestro being like, oh, I just put him down. Oh, I'm Sinestro, I'm awesome. You need to be trained because you suck at what you do. Which would have been this really good, strong, it's like, boom, here it is. Boom, here it is. Now you have Sinestro and Hal Jordan battling strong alien, while going through the training portion, facing him once, kind of getting beat, doing the training, come back, face him second time, beating him. Such a simple, easy plot instead of when you train. Okay, so am I fighting now? Okay. And no one else will stop it? No. Okay. about to stop it by punching it in the sun. No. Deadpool. Fourth wall breaking. The head bobbed from some organization. Can't say Hydra. Fox doesn't own the rights to Hydra. Even takes place on a shield, crash shield helicarrier for the ending fight sequence. And it's fourth wall breaking. It's got all the bits and pieces to it. It's got him getting, like, he cuts his hand off. He's like, all right, I'm gonna escape. It's cheesy. It's one lines. It's fun. It's violent. It's dumb. It's everything you expect to see in a Deadpool film. So as you can tell, comparing these two films, you can easily tell Ryan Reynolds was freaking born to play Deadpool. Not the X-Men origin Wolverine teleporting Baraka with heat vision. No, not that version. This version. Which I want to say is the #2 highest grossing origin film. A superhero origin. I say origin films. It's only the first film in a franchise. The only thing that beat it actually is Spider-Man. So this film made oodles of money. Was done very well. People freaking love this film. It was done so well. So well. And I'm looking forward to a sequel. With Cable. Maybe Dolph Lundgren is Cable. Who knows? He's lobbying for it. I think Dolph Lundgren Cable, Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, the fourth wall breaking moments are going to be like, yeah, because I have to go through time with Ivan Drago here. Or, oh, this guy. He thinks he's so great with time, like he's a master of the universe. You can also mention that he was the Punisher. Or maybe he'd be better suited for being a kindergarten cop. See, there's a gold mine of stuff that you could do for ad-libbing with Dolph Lundgren, who's got the look of an older guy, who's in stupid shape. Would be awesome to be the guy working opposite Ryan Reynolds. And the jokes would just flow. And Dolph seems like the sort of person who could probably throw in a couple quick one-liners here and there. Maybe he'll break his fourth wall. I think he's got the ability to have some great comedic timing when he's paired up with someone like Ryan Reynolds.